What if you could plan for next trading week in just 5 minutes? Last week, the focus was all about holding and breaking through December's failed breakout range between 6,118 and 6,155. Buyers pushed higher, reaching 6,166 on Wednesday, but sellers struck back hard on Friday, forcing a liquidation back inside February's initial range. Will sellers keep maintaining control, or are buyers stepping in back to reclaim value? Let's break it down. So going over the monthly volume profile, we are one time framing up with this low at 5,935.50. The value area has shifted upwards this week with as much as 40 points. The sellers now have a chance to fill in this low volume node between 6,015 and 6,000. As we zoom in to the 10-day volume profile, we see indeed that the one-time framing up is intact with a low here at 6,024.50, and we see that Friday's drop has pushed us back into this December 16th value area, but value shifted about 50 points higher than last week's value, with a POC up 83 points to 6,133 instead of last week's 6,088. So this could tell us that short-time sellers are active, but buyers still have the structure in their favor. Going into the weekly chart, ES is still one-time framing up with this low at 6,024.50, and of course the failed breakout above these highs. Value area is also shifting higher on the weekly profile, about 50 points from last week, with a value area high of 6,185.75 and a value area low at 6,107. So the big question we have now is, where will ES build value next? Do the sellers push further, or do buyers reclaim this higher range? Let's look at the 4-hour chart for a cleaner view of what is happening. And there we see that this seller at 6,165 is still active in this range. After a second major selling event on January 24, where he sold 9,000 contracts, price failed to break higher again in this value area and was pushed below the value area low. So we see that this seller is controlling this range. Can buyers finally break through, or will we see more downside this week? So now, what are our key levels going into next week? My line in the sand will be at 6,055, which also marks our monthly value area low. So buyers must reclaim and hold this 6,055 to push value back higher. If successful, we could target 6,107, 6,135, and 6,158. If next week we hold below 6,055, sellers will look for this downside continuation. Our next targets will then be 6,022, 6,015, and the February open at 5,982. And of course, the monthly low at 5,935.50. So traders, as you see, this week is all about whether sellers can break lower or if buyers reclaim lost ground. Watch 6,054, it's the battleground for next week. Sellers will want a continuation below 6,022. As always, a full detailed game plan will drop tomorrow before open, so stay sharp, hit that notification bell to stay updated, and if you're not staying on top of the market will stay on top of you.